Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Today is Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. This time space sequence we call December the 17th, 2019. This is Sean Speaks, and I will be presenting for you the blog post from the website entitled, What Do You Want? What do you want? Our affirmation for today: my wants are my blueprints to my authentic life. My wants are my blueprints to my authentic life. By now, if you have been reading or listening to enough of my blogs, then you know I like to challenge our basic thinking about things. And today's blog is no different. Today, however, I am going to start with a conclusion statement, and I am okay with you dismissing as stupid, wrong, or slightly inaccurate. All I ask is that you objectively think about what I am saying, despite what you might assume or believe. Here goes. Conclusion. Our needs are only building blocks of our wants. So essentially, needs and wants are one and the same. Let me read that conclusion again. Our needs are only building blocks of our wants. So essentially, needs and wants are one and the same. We look at things in life as needs versus wants because we have been conditioned to believe there is a difference. What if there is no difference? Have you ever said, and I quote, I just want to get my basic needs met and I'm good. All my other wants can wait or are not that important. I call BS on that modest sounding statement. I think it sounds good, and I have said it numerous times myself. Shucks, sometimes I still say it. But it's an inauthentic statement of the heart. I generally say that phrase when either I am unwilling to put the work into getting what I really want, or I don't believe life will work out in my favor to give me what I really want. Believing your needs are separate from your wants is a conditioning tool and is a herd wrangler that keeps your mind in crowd thinking patterns. Essentially, it just justifies inaction. What we call super successful people, and this isn't always bank account dependent, but usually the bank account eventually matches or doesn't matter, merge wants and needs into one, even if they don't put it in the same words as I have in my conclusion statement. People who know what they want don't get trapped in herd mentality, even if they manipulate herd mentality to get what they want. Let me repeat that. People who know what they want don't get trapped in herd mentality, even if they manipulate herd mentality to get what they want. Steve Jobs said, and I quote, I want to put a ding in the universe, end quote. He wanted to put a ding in the universe by taking what was once not needed or even thought about and turning it into a necessity for daily living. He wanted to bring a higher level of technology into the hands of the everyday man. The iPhone, the iPad, Mac are variations of the same concept made by other brands are a part of our everyday lives. These items are what most of us would agree are essential needs of everyday life and business. We use our phones, our computers, and our internet access that is on the phone or computer for everything: research, navigation, playing video games, making phone calls, drafting business plans, Googling information, etc. I think it's not a stretch to say that Steve Jobs has put a ding in our universe. Steve Jobs took what by traditional definition was not a need of life and transformed it into an everyday need of life and business. It is as if Steve Jobs performed alchemy on his wants and turned them into needs, not just for himself, but for all of us. But did he really perform alchemy? Maybe all Steve Jobs did was merge his wants and needs into one, and he created what he wanted by using what he needed to get there. We all have this power if we knew what we wanted. I quote, "Everything in the world around you was created by people who were no smarter than you, so you can change it. And when you get this, you will never be the same." End quote. Steve Jobs. What do you want? What kind of life do you want to live? Who do you want to show up as in this world? What ding in the universe do you want to make? Authenticity starts first with you knowing your wants and from there deciding what is needed to construct the wants. We mostly live inauthentic lives because we only construct our lives based on what other people say we need. The problem is this inauthenticity to our wants causes an internal frustration because we can sense our wants, but we don't have the mind to think we can have our wants. Some of us have even been trained to believe that our wants are wrong. So we live a life feeling slighted, but finding comfort in our slighted feelings by believing that we should only want our basic needs to be met. The want never leaves the heart. You just have been trained to ignore it so that you can live comfortably frustrated in someone else's construct of needs. Needs are just other people's wants turned into priorities in your life. I don't want to make this blog too long, so I will end with a quote from Randy Jackson for you to ponder. He said once, and I quote, "One of these days, you will learn to want what you need as opposed to need what you want." Our affirmation for today: my wants are my blueprints to my authentic life. My wants are my blueprints to my authentic life. Thank you so much for listening to the audio blogcast podcast presented to you by freeyourthinkingmind.com. Please definitely go over to the website and subscribe and share. Please check us out on our podcast at freeyourthinkingmind.podbean.com. Also subscribe and share to our YouTube channel at FYTM Network. Ashe, free thinkers, ashe. May what you say manifest in your life today. Have a happy Tuesday.